Nice. So, what is this? Played 6 hours. Deaths 0. Not too shabby for not having leveling gear. Yeah, well, 5 link, but. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no! The lag! A Voidborn Reliquary Key. Huh. First, a Voidborn Reliquary Key of the league. And it's going to be... a waste of fucking currency. This guy drops immense good items, I heard. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. I just still don't know why the fuck he's so fast. Damn, son. Oh, 3 shocks. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, end of day number 3, I think. So today's Sunday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if we keep it like that. Anyways, the Ignite Infernal Blow Elementalist is dead. Okay. Reason for that is the exact reason that I explained in my yesterday's update video. TLDR, if you're able to play a build as a caster build, do it, okay? Because Mela is just not that great. And this is what I felt when I started to push into high tier maps. And honestly, every time, like, the further I pushed into the higher tier maps with Infernal Blow, I was like, EK would just be better, you know? Wave of Conviction would be better. Vortex Ignite would be better. Any form of caster Ignite would be better, because you need uptime to actually inflict your ignites. You cannot really kite bosses or anything like that, because you want to hit the boss in order to get your ignites off, your ruthless ignites, your explodey ruthless ignites to deal massive amounts of damage. If I say it in the way of a caster, 1 hit, 1 ignite, big damage, I can run away and I will have 100% damage uptime. So that's why I came to the conclusion that I just say, like, if your goal is to play ignite build, then please do it as a caster, okay? You're gonna have, like, a lot better time. It might be less damage than melee version, thanks to the, like, new support gems and stuff, but you're gonna have still more damage because you're gonna have the better uptime, the instant damage that you get from just using the spell. It's way cheaper and easier to get going because all you need is, like, scaling your levels of skills, you know, with, like, weapons, like, +1 level of whatever, and you're gonna be good to go. So what I did instead today is I decided to just throw in another like elementalist. So this is the one from yesterday, level 86, and today 87. What I did today in the matter of like a 13-hour stream or something, I leveled this character up from scratch, level 1 until level 87. I did all the 4 laps, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is a build that I'm very, very, like, happy about. Or let's say it's weird, okay? Because the thing is, I want to combine the 3 things that I like to do, or build-wise, that I enjoy the most in Path of Exile. My favorite skill is Arc. My favorite damage type is Ignite. And my favorite build archetype is mana stacking. So this is a mana stacking Arc Ignite or Vaal Arc Ignite Elementalist. And this is a complete prototype. Please don't get fooled by anything. Don't try this at home, because I don't know if this is gonna work out or not. But as of right now, the current investment of this character is round about, I'd say, 1.5 divines or maybe 2 divines. This is what it is currently. with all the like Crown of the Inward Eye, a 5-linked Cloak of Flame, a Series Foible, some, I think I paid like 10 to 15 chaos per wand over here, which is like lightning damage to spells, cast speed, mana, whatever. The belt was 10 chaos, this ring was 2 chaos, this was 5 chaos, this one was 15 chaos, and these boots were 20 chaos. So all in all is like 1 divine, maybe 1.5, and then probably half a divine in terms of flasks with like a perfectly rolled Atiris Promise, just a ruby, sapphire and topaz flask, and a quicksilver flask. And the topaz flask, or at least the sapphire flask, should become a taste of hate at some point, but I don't have the currency for that right now. Skill tree wise, absolutely nothing. No cluster jewel, not even any jewels, okay? So you might laugh now, but this is a jewel slot for 1 point, 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 this is a jewel slot for 2 points, and this would be my cluster jewel. And if you're wondering, why don't you take jewels? Because I don't have any, okay? So this is gonna be later on priority, but this is a straightforward skill tree, just mind over matter, agnostic, all the good things. And if you're wondering, the tattoos I'm using here is just regen 3 mana per second. I used this one early on while leveling, and it was like really great. Like for example, the mastery here is regen 5 mana per second. 2 of these are 6 mana, right? So I had a bunch of these, and I think in total 11 or something, but I had to respec a couple of those with a scouring orb because I needed a lot of intelligence to wield these wands. Alright, map showcase. This is a T9 map, so I've been grinding a lot of like T1 until T10 maps basically. Just to farm up all the like master missions that I had left over, and just basically get levels on the character, level up the gems and stuff. And honestly, I leveled up all these gems from level 1 to level 20 in one session, because I just love to just use this build and run maps. So I'm gonna run like pretty much the same map as I used on the Infernal Blow yesterday's showcase, so you have an example, or you see how this build performs other than the Infernal Blow. You saw the clearing speed yesterday, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is Arc Ignite, which means I throw in an Arc, and especially with the Vaal Arc later on. So let me quickly get some Vaal Arc going, and then we move into somewhere and then pop our Vaal Arc with Ignite. Yeah, and everything is dead. I think there is somewhere, even the Essence monster died here. So, this is the beauty of a Vaal Arc Ignite character. Legion clear, map clear, as soon as you have, like, overall, it's, like, super satisfying. It's a one-button playstyle, pretty much. And if you gather a bunch of monsters, or even a Legion, for example, I hope we're gonna have a Legion over here. You press this magical button, which is Vaal Arc, and boom, everything disappears, and it's just... it is just so good to play. I don't know, man. This is pinnacle PoE. This basically involves all the 3 things that I said before: mana stacking, Arc, and Ignite in one build. Obviously, on a tight budget right now, it's like day 2 or day 3 of the league. But, you know, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Motivation is spot on today. It's like, as I said, like, I was really having a good time. So here, boss DPS, it's pretty much the same. You just throw in some arcs. You use, like, I have here a Flame Surge and Bane with Flammability, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna swap this out to, what is it said? An Arcanist brand for then Flammability, LA Weakness if I get 1 additional curse, and the Flame Surge, because it leaves, like, an extra ground. So here, Vaal Arc, and just dot the enemy, and, yeah, shit's dead. So... bossing DPS is there, clearing speed, at least an 11 out of 10. This is just, I don't know what skill clears better than something. Oh, we have a Legion. So we pop this, we pop the Legion, have a bit of a lag, and see the world burn. It's so awesome. I'm still missing the +1 Arc enchant. I'm not having the alternate quality for increased chaining range, so that's why I cannot really one-shot those Legions yet. But... it's like 90% gone when I use this magical button. So Vaal Arc is ready, use it another time, and pretty much start looting. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. It's so much fun. Run in and just fucking blow up everything. The more monster, the better. And just, yeah, that's what I can pretty much say about it. As I said, It is very much in the starting area, basically, right? We have no awakened gems, not even quality on the gems, no cluster jewels, no Watcher's Eye. I think I don't even have a single jewel in this tree, so it's very, very budget so far, and therefore I'm like massively surprised on how freaking good this build works right now. And yeah, this gives me a lot of hope that we're gonna have like an amazing time finishing the rest of the Atlas starting tomorrow, because as I said, we are done with the yellow tier and the white tier maps. That was the job of the Infernal Bow character. I did the first high tier maps, and now I leveled again, leveled up the character, did all the labs, did all that kind of thing. So overall, I know that I'm gonna have an amazing time leveling tomorrow. Good. So map showcase was done. Now I want to talk about the more specific things about the build. I don't want to make this a too insane build guide just because. Anything good here? Alterations, scourings, chaos orb. That's not bad. That's probably a trash item. That is awakened PoE trait macro. Throwing everything over here. So this is just what I farmed today, basically. What are the key aspects of this build without going into detail too heavily, because if this build gonna suck or if it's gonna be good, there's gonna be a very detailed build guide at the end once I'm like kind of like happy with the build, cleared all the content and so on, with like all the stats that you need. Path of Villain link is in the description below for you to follow. So basically what this build is doing is taking Archmage, which means this is this support gem. The more mana we have, the more mana cost our skill will have. Okay, my arc currently has like almost 1,000 mana cost. The more mana cost it has, the more flat lightning damage we're gonna get, and we can ignite with the lightning damage thanks to our ascendancy node Shaper of Flame that says all damage can ignite and hits always ignite. So we have 100% chance to ignite, and whatever damage type it is, it can ignite, whether lightning, chaos, fire, whatever, physical even, right? So this is the thing that makes it work. There is one bit of a downside over here, because Shaper of Flame says 25% more damage with ignites you inflict with hits for the highest, which the highest damage type is fire. We don't have that. This is a pure lightning based build, and that means we don't gonna benefit from these 25%. But what other we can benefit is elemental equilibrium. We are not allowed to have any form of fire damage to spells on our gear. So if you mouse over your arc and it only says like lightning or cold damage, that's fine, but no fire damage. Because what the elemental equilibrium is doing, hits that deal elemental damage, removes exposure to those elements, and inflict exposures to other elements. That means I'm having pure lightning, that means I'm gonna inflict fire and cold exposure. If I would hit with a mix of like cold and lightning, it will only be fire exposure. If I would have just one single fire damage to spells, this would be not inflicting fire exposure. Okay, so make sure only lightning or cold damage, or in the best case just lightning damage as I have, right? That means we're gonna have a 25% lightning exposure, minus 25 to resistance, to fire resistance, plus another 5 extra from the fire mastery, and another 25 extra from our mastermind of Discord. This is like a 55 minus fire res exposure on the enemies because we're hitting it with lightning. So we're not going to have the 25% more, but what we have is Shaper of Storms, which has 25% more effect of lightning ailments you inflict with hits if the highest damage type is lightning, which we guarantee our highest damage type will always be lightning. So that means whatever I'm going to do, it's going to be a massive, massive shock, up to 50%. And I think so far as I've seen, I've never had anything less than 50% shock, and that is a more multiplier because the enemy takes more damage from all sources. That's why it's not bad at all having this kind of like playstyle. So the lightning damage gives me the exposure and also gives me massive amounts of shocks. And there is another note, a mastery, which says increases and reductions to maximum mana also applies to shock effect at 30% of the value. We stack a shit ton of maximum mana, so we're gonna have a lot of like lightning effect as well. One thing that I'm wondering is maybe I should swap this one to the 15 maximum shock effect and see if I can do 65 shocks, and if not, then maybe even adding this like static blows over here. So increased damage, duration, and effect of lightning ailments, and we get another lightning mastery. With that would be the 15% maximum effect of shock. So What other core parts are here? Mind of Matter, obviously, 40% of damage taken from mana before life. That means if I get 1000 damage hit, 600 is going to go to life and 400 to mana. So we're going to split the damage. That's why it's not that bad that I have only 3k life because of the damage split. Then we have Agnostic. That means that we don't have Energy Shield, but while not on full life, so as soon as I get hit, we sacrifice up to 20% per second to recover that much life. That means if I say I have 7,115 mana times 0.2, which is 20%, I'm recovering 1,400 life per second. You know, this is the complete opposite of the usual build in Path of Exile. You know, like, a lot of builds have a lot of damage reduction and mitigation, but almost every build has a lack of, like, regen or recovery, right? That means dots, really bad. Poison, any lightning dot, ignite, whatever dot there is, builds are gonna die if they don't hit anything. This build, I can stand all night long. I could just go AFK in Labyrinth trials or something in the traps, and I'll never get damaged because I have like an Omega boosted life flask permanently active, okay? This doesn't drain my mana right now because I'm on full life, but as soon as I would get damage, my mana pool would get drained a little bit, and I would recover 1,400 life per second. So that's like half my HP pool. So I can just stand everywhere. Chaos damage, poison, bleeds, whatever dot it is, it's just gonna be completely negated by my mana pool, which is pretty nice. Good. Other than that, any other key factors? We're gonna try to scale as much mana as possible. And yeah, so I played an Archmage Stormbrand / Arc character yesterday, not yesterday, last league, and there I had like two things to say. First of all, it was probably one of the tankiest builds and the most fun builds I've ever played, but I said there's two things that might make the build better. First of all, I need kind of more mana regen because I cannot like spam Arc all day long because you see my mana pool gets drained. Second, I said if this would work with an Ignite version, this would be the fucking best build ever for me, okay? And this is the thing with this build. It is Ignite based, and also it doesn't require a lot of mana, at least like not so much sustain, because with the on damage, what do you say, Arc, you need to stand there and this is your damage. Every Arc is your damage, right? I'm playing an Ignite build. That means if I like get my Arc out once every like second or something, I'm gonna have 100% damage uptime. That means I don't need that much mana. So the question that remains is, will I be able to get this build similar tanky that I had it from the Scion version? And will the damage be somewhat relevant in the end game? Will this build ever be able to do uber bosses? Will it just be like an insane mapper? We're gonna find out. There is not really a planned POB. That was more like a meme build that I said like, yo, this would be the perfect build. I'm just gonna YOLO it. I'm just gonna level it and just see how it goes. As I said, like a divine investment, the 5 link, and at the moment it is just so freaking good, man. It's crazy. And just the potential that I have here with like cluster jewels setup, just regular jewels, Watcher's Eye, quality on my gems, awakened gems. Like, there's so many things that I still need to upgrade and to worry about my build, and we're gonna see how everything will come together in the next upcoming days. But oh boy, I'm super hyped with that build. Good. I think that is it, what I can or want to say about this build as of right now. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.